All right. You've all been to the grocery store. Here, let me get rid of that timer. You've been to a grocery store before. What happens when you get a bad wheel? You know, you get a cart and it's a bad wheel. Frustrating, right? No amount of effort, pushing, jiggling, strength, none of it's going to course correct that bad wheel, right? So I want you to think about that grocery cart with the bad wheel, almost like what can be happening with momentum in your business. It's not a motivation challenge, right? No amount of pushing is going to make it any better. No hoping that it'll just get better is not going to change anything, right? You've actually got to get a different cart, or you have to fix that bum wheel. Now, if every single time you are doing video, it feels like that, you're pushing against a solid brick wall, and that's why you're not getting any traction. So I want to make sure that you hear me here. This is, if you feel like this, oh my gosh, this is so me, I'm totally having this challenge. It's not a motivation thing. It's not about you not being consistent. It's not about you not doing enough or anything like that. It is a alignment issue. Okay? Something's not jiving in what you're putting out. My mom used to say, are you picking up what I'm putting down? If people are not picking up what you're putting out, we got to fix that gap, right? That has to happen. So that's what we're going to talk about today. What are the things that you have to do? And there are 3 of them. I'm going to give you 3 things that you have to really focus on, okay? But here's a really important question. All right. What is the response you want to get from your video? So like, think about that. What are you hoping you're going to see? What are you hoping is going to happen from doing videos? What is it that you want back from your audience? What's going to make you feel like you're having momentum, that you're getting something out of your time, energy, and effort? Like, I really want you to think about that. Drop some comments, and we can talk about what's coming up for you. Okay. Now, there's a part 2 of that question. Okay, so I want to give you time to answer. It always takes a little bit of time because there's a delay. There's a little bit of a delay here, right? But here's the second question. If you got that response, would you be more or less consistent in doing video? In other words, would you show up more or would you show up less? Would you do more videos or less videos if you were getting the response that you wanted? Yeah, I know you might be like, hello, Captain Obvious. Yes, I would be doing more, right? So what I want you to realize here is that the opposite is true too. The reason you're not showing up more, the reason you're not being consistent is not that you lack motivation or discipline or any of that stuff that people tell you. It's that there's something going jiggy with it and not in a good way. And that's what we want to try and fix, okay? Okay. While I am thinking of it, I have a brand new 12-minute video called The Video Gap. It walks you through step-by-step diagnosing where are things going wrong, okay? So if you want that, just type gap in the comments and I'll get it over to you. What we're going to talk about today are the 3 things that I believe will get you the most momentum inside of your videos, okay? So let me switch over here. All right, number 1. I feel like I should have a drum roll here. Number 1. I have 2 videos up again. Why does it keep doing that? I don't know why it keeps doing that. Okay. Number one, nobody shows up. Nobody is showing up to your video. So of course you're not getting any traction because nobody's actually there on the other side. Listen, it's frustrating. I know how frustrating it is, right? So why is this happening? Well, let's dig into that a little bit, okay? It's usually one of two things. Number one, you got an audience issue. That could be that you've got a stale audience. You haven't been showing up. Your content hasn't been resonating, so they've learned to kind of ignore you. So it's not moving. You're not growing your audience. You're not getting new people. You're not engaging that new audience in some way or shape. There's an audience problem, right? If you don't have the right people, then it's really hard to get the traction and the momentum you want in your videos. Yes? Okay. The second thing is you've got the wrong topics. This one hurts a little bit. I'm not going to lie, right? And I have to find myself and catch myself in this situation every once in a while where I will do something and I'll be like, you know what? I was going to do it this week. I had topics picked for this week. And over the weekend, I was like, these are the wrong topics. These are the wrong ones. I got to switch it up. I got to do something different. So I pulled it. I rescheduled and we are doing these instead because what I'm hearing from everybody is what you most need help with is traction on your stuff. Getting clients, getting sales, getting people to comment and do the things that you want on your videos. And that's not happening. So I can sit here all day long and talk about some of the measurements and metrics and all that. But if you're not getting going, we got to get that happen first. So I pivoted and I changed it around. Okay, so now what always comes up here is this. Well, actually, before I even do that, I got ahead of myself a little bit. Okay, here's what you want to think about on your topic picker. Are you picking topics you want to talk about? That's what I was doing. Or are you picking the things they actually want and need? Ooh, see how that's different? Right? We often think, well, let's see here. I could talk about this and I could talk about that. You got to think, what does my audience need from me? That's what I show up with. So if people aren't showing up for your lives, it's likely that whatever you're putting out there is not juicy enough, or you've not communicated enough that they even know that it's happening. Okay, so all of this audience raw topic thing, it's all connected in here. It's all connected in here. Now, the big question that I always get is, well, how do I pick better topics? How do I actually do that? Okay, I'm going to give it to you as clear as I can. You have to understand your ideal client almost better than they understand themselves. Because when you understand them and when you talk to them and when you really listen and you dig into this, it's going to become so much more easy to understand what it is that they want and need, and you pick topics around that. Okay. Now, for those of you that are in the 5K club, Thursday's call, we're digging even more into ideal client. Okay. So I just want you to know this is coming. We're going to talk about this. And then we're going to get into, not this week, but next week, how do I then pick topics based on this information? So it's coming. More details are coming. And if you want to come and join us in the 5K club, hit me up. I would love to have you to come and join us. Okay. Second thing that comes up, they don't stay and watch. So they might show up, but then they don't stay long enough, or they don't stay at all. And this happens when you're watching that little eyeball and you see people join and then see people leave, right? That's so unnerving. Or if you're doing reels, you're looking at watch time. How long are they staying and watching? Okay. This one is all about two things. Oops, I thought I had this up. Structure and skill set, right? Do you know, here's the big question, do you know how to grab attention and say, you need to come and watch this, and keep that attention during your live and pull it all the way through to the end? That takes knowing what the structure is and the skill sets to do it, right? This is not something that we often know. We just don't intuitively know this. The best analogy that I can give you here is peanut butter and jelly. I've talked about this before, but it's a good analogy, so I'm going to use it. Your content, we often think it's a content thing. They don't stay and watch because it's a content thing. Not always. You can have the best content ever. It's more messaging and structure. That's what I'm talking about here. That can be a gap. So think about your content is the ooey gooey center of a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. It's the best part. I mean, for sure. But you need to have the bread, the sandwich, or a wrap, or a piece of lettuce, or something. Oh, I don't know about lettuce with peanut butter and jelly. Anyway, you need to have some sort of structure or support in order to consume that peanut butter and jelly sandwich, or you're going to have it all over the place, right? That's what is missing, is that you don't have the structure and the skill set, the support around your content. So we just talked about picking better content. Now it's about supporting that content so it actually does this. Okay. All right. Before I go into 3, let me make sure that I'm not missing any questions that are coming up. Ashley says, comments on the video to spark conversation. That's what she's wanting. Yes, right? We're going to talk about comments next. That is number 3. Look at this. Perfectly set up, Ashley. Where's number 3? Number 3, I don't know why this keeps doing this. Number 3, they don't comment. So you got to get them to show up, you got to get them to stay and watch, and then you got to get them to comment. Okay? Okay. What Sherry's talking about is wanting more action. So this comment part can be like, if you get them to comment, they're more likely to take your call to action. The more engaged they are, the more likely they are to do the thing you want them to do, which is what your specific call to action is. See where I'm going with this? Okay. So what do we do about commenting? Most of the time, what people think it is I got to ask better questions. And yes, that is absolutely correct. But I want to say this. You can come up with the best questions ever, and it's not going to change your video, not necessarily. And you might be like, I don't get it. Jamie said, ask better questions. Why is it not working? Because there's more to it than just figure out a juicy question to ask. Now, that's part 1. If it's not juicy, they're not going to do it, right? Because we're lazy. People are lazy. We are. It is what it is. Typing on our phone takes work and effort. And so we've got to get to a point where we engage them, and that's more than just asking a question, okay? The engagement part all has to come together. So what I want you to think about is what engages you. Think about the last time you were watching a video. What made you actually comment? What did the person do to get you to comment? Both Ashley and Sherry have commented today. I was just looking at my phone again. Sorry, you can never see that when I do that. So what made you comment? What created that pull in you to be like, I'm going to answer that question? That's what you've got to do, right? A lot of times these answers come from, inside ourselves, and we understand better what's actually happening. Okay. So here's what I want you to really understand around engagement. It is not just about questions. It's all of this working together. The right topic pulls the right people in, pulls your ideal client in a way that makes them want to, I don't know, I got to figure out why that second video keeps coming up, want to watch, right? And if it's the right topic, they're going to be way more engaged because it's the right topic. See how that all goes together? Okay. Then what you have to do is you've got to have the right structure to pull them through, to keep them watching. This is everything from storytelling to like an actual video structure. We're talking presentation skills, because each of those things builds on the next to keep people watching. Then you got to have the right questions asked in the right way at the right time. Okay, that's how all of those parts and pieces go together. Okay, so in your last video, or if you go back and you think about a video, which is your gap? Where's your gap? Is it number 1, people aren't showing up? Is it number 2, people aren't staying and watching? Or is it number 3, they're not commenting, and then as a result, it's almost like if people aren't taking the call to action, I'm going to come back to this because I think this is important. If people aren't doing your call to action, what you've got to dig into is why. Was there nobody there? Did nobody watch? Did they not watch long enough to get to your call to action? Or were they not engaged enough to take the call to action? Could be any one of those 3 pieces. So it's not just they're not doing the call to action. It's which step, 1, 2, or 3, which one's not happening. And then you've got to apply the right fix to that. Okay. All of this is something that we cover in the 5K Club. And the cool thing is I just went through and did a massive update. We are now doing 8-week sprints. Think of it like little mini cohorts where I am going to lead you live, learning each part and piece. That little video keeps popping up. It's not about go spend time in a portal. It is show up live for calls or watch the replay. And each step of the way you're going to learn. So we're going to do a series of different sprints to go through all the parts and pieces. Those calls, by the way, are on Thursdays. And I'm there to guide you step by step all the way through doing all of these things. And then I've added some Friday support calls to make it an even better, more supported learning experience. I'm so excited about these changes. And everybody in the 5K Club is cheering and excited, and it's just awesome. Okay, so I said I would tell you what we were going to talk about. We're going to go through videos, reels, lead magnets, workshops. Okay. There's a couple other ones in between there. We got to get into storytelling. We got to get into your offers and your sales calls in order to get workshops to convert. But here is the really cool thing. I am basically giving you group coaching at a pay-as-you-go pricing. So if you sit here and you're like, yeah, I don't want to do video lead magnets or workshops, then you don't stay. Just stay for the pieces that you need. It's a membership. That's the whole beauty of it. Okay. So anyway, a lot on the 5K Club. I would love to have you. I am doing if you join by this Friday, $10 off forever, which makes the price $37 a month. Okay. Let me see if there's any questions on anything. I don't see anything. That is still coming up. I don't know why it does that. That's driving me crazy. I'll have to figure it out. Okay, last thing that I want to say here. Where's my thing? Okay, momentum happens when you understand what do you need to fix and you fix the right things. I think I talked about this in an earlier video. We often fix the thing that's causing us the most pain instead of realizing that there are earlier things that are causing that downstream. So you've got to get to the point where you fix that. And what I want for you is to stop having to push that broken cart around where the wheel's wobbling and the whole thing's, because that's probably how your videos feel. And that energy goes into it and everybody feels that way, right? And so the thing that I want to leave you with is this. These are skills that you have to learn and practice. Nobody's just born with it and just knows how to do it. You've got to have somebody that guides you and learns you through this framework, and that's what I would love to be for you, okay? So what I want to do is I want to fix that broken video, because when you fix your videos, you're going to get way more momentum in your business. All right, if you got questions on any of this, please, I want you to message me because I want to help with this. That's what I'm here for, okay? All right, I hope this was valuable. I hope you loved it. I'm trying to keep these lives shorter and shorter because I know you're busy people. I'm not too bad, 18 minutes today. Not too terrible. We'll see. My next live is on Thursday afternoon at 1, and I cannot remember what the topic was. I just created it, and you'd think I'd remember. I think we dig deeper into the comments, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, it's all in the events. Go check out the events. I will see you Thursday at 1 o'clock. Those of you that are in the 5K Club, I will see you at 11 o'clock where we are going to dive even more into Ideal Client. And then next week, we're going to get into picking better topics. Ooh, I cannot wait. All right. See you guys.